Welcome to Brick and Mortar Visibility, your go-to podcast for local business owners who want to stand out, scale up, and create the freedom they deserve. I'm Melissa Rose, a fellow business owner who knows firsthand that running a brick and mortar business isn't just about the sales. It's about building a legacy. Here, my guests and I are going to dive into real, unfiltered conversations about what it actually takes to run and grow a thriving business. From building and leading a powerhouse team to creating a turnkey operation, we're going to help you avoid that cash flow crunch and tap into next level marketing strategies that bring the perfect clients in your doors. Ready to be the only option in town? Let's do this. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Brick and Mortar Visibility. How you doing? It is Monday, real time, and I am super excited to come in today because I missed a week. I don't like missing a week, but it has been really busy, and we're going to hint at why in this episode. And in a couple weeks, I'll be able to share with you all the big details that have been unfolding. Before we dive into today's content, which is all about creating a 90-day plan, I want to remind you to grab a Google Business Profile Update. If you don't know what I mean by that, please go grab my free Google Business Profile Workshop. It's about 30 minutes long. It helps you get all the bells and whistles optimized on that Google Business Profile so that you can start to show up first. This is a foundational tool in your SEO. And I just had a business owner reach out to me over the weekend just saying, hey, would you mind checking mine out? I think it's done, but I just wanted to see. And I was able to help him out and just give him a few tweaks that he could do. He had great SEO. He was showing up first locally, which is great. But if you need somebody to do that, I'd be happy to quickly do that for you. Just reach out. You can DM me on Instagram, Brick and Mortar Visibility, or in LinkedIn, Melissa Rose, and I'm happy to do that for you. All right, today we are going to revisit a podcast that I did a few years ago already, and it's all about the concept of a 12-week year. And this is based on the book, The 12-Week Year, and I like to say a 90-day plan because to me, days is shorter than weeks, which is shorter than months. So you could say a 3-month plan, you could say a 12-week plan. I like to say a 90-day plan. And the reason I am going to talk about this is because I recently did a 90-day challenge to myself that actually went to 100 days because I was like, holy cow, I did it every day for 90 days. Let's see if I can do it to 100. You think it's just 10 more days, but in the day-to-day, it's a big deal. So the reason I did my personal 90-day challenge was that I was feeling stuck in my business. And I was feeling stuck with the podcast, okay? So being totally transparent here. And I was getting downloads. They were very consistent monthly. So nothing was really hitting big. Nothing was really hitting low. And I was just like, what can I do to get more impact? What can I do to resonate more? And I just wasn't sure. Plus, I wasn't feeling confident in what I was offering with my consulting services. So I said, you know what, Melissa, you have nothing to lose here. Let's try it and let's do live. Let's go live on Instagram and then carry that over to YouTube and just see what resonates with people. So my goal for my 90 days was to get clarity on the podcast, the direction of the podcast, and get a visibility boost. So that was my goal. I know myself. I know that I'm pretty consistent, and I also know that my day is pretty packed. Okay, so I had to look at my day and see, when am I going to do this? All right. It's one thing to say you're going to do something. It's another thing to say, okay, where can this fit in the schedule? And I know my mornings are very, very consistent because I love my morning routine. So I wake up early, I go sit on my porch swing for an hour, and then I go for my morning walk. That happens every day, except for 2 mornings a week where I teach yoga at 6 a.m. So I was like, okay, we'll just pair it with that habit that is already in place. So that's what I did. And then I called it my morning takeaways. So I paired the habit or the new habit I wanted to create. And that is very important. Okay, so it's one thing, like I said, to come up with the game plan or idea, but you have to really look at your life, look at your calendar, look at your team if you need to delegate something else. So as I was doing that, remember my intentions were to get clarity on the podcast. But what I got was personal insight instead. I learned some things, which you might think is obvious. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was obvious when I saw the results. It's always good to prove those results as well. What happened is I got more engagement. No kidding, Sherlock. If you go live more often, you're going to get more views. You're going to get more engagement. You're going to get more conversations. So that made sense to me. And for me personally, what usually happens is that there'll be a big spike in the beginning, and then it'll taper off. And then this is where the test comes in. Are you going to follow the trend and say, oh, that didn't work? Or are you going to stay consistent and then watch that trend go back up slowly? And because I was challenging myself to 90 days, and because I was doing it live, I was then holding myself accountable by having this audience. So sure enough, super big spike in the beginning, then it dropped, and then it slowly built up again. The engagement roller coaster is normal. Then number 3, unexpected opportunities will show up. And this is what truly happened for me. So I started my 90-day challenge back in February. Freezing cold, like negative weather. You could go back on my Instagram stories or grid and see. But I walk and I just bundle up and I wear so many layers. I am doing it and just doing the morning takeaways. Some of those morning takeaways were business. Some of them were life lessons. Some of them were about kids. Some of them were about relationships. It was just all over the board, right? But what happened behind the scenes was really, really cool. There were some big opportunities that presented themselves that are still under wraps. The next time I do a solo podcast, I should be able to share all the details and how it came to be. But I saw opportunities and I stepped through the doors and I let go of the outcome because it didn't matter if it worked. I mean, it did matter if it could be really cool if it happened, but if it didn't happen, I was okay because I already had my studio in place and everything and my business in place and had my plan of what life would look like if this opportunity didn't work. So that's where I want to share this personal story. Did you know the work you do today will shape your business 60 to 90 days from now? That momentum doesn't stop there. It ripples right into your personal life. So let me ask you, based on what you're doing right now, where are you headed? Will it be the same old thing, different day? Or are you really ready to level up? If you're shouting level up, let's make sure it actually happens. Join me and a crew of powerhouse business owners in my mastermind called Level Up, Your Business, Your Life. This isn't just another meeting. It's your secret weapon to accountability, strategic thinking, and inspiration. We meet monthly to empower each other, take bold action, and crush the goals that really matter. Want to know more? Head to the link in my bio or visit msmelissarose.com/mastermind. It would be my absolute privilege to be part of your journey to the next level. Let's make it happen together. I hope I get to see you in our next cohort of Level Up, Your Business, Your Life. So let's go back 30 years. Yes, I cannot believe I'm saying 30 years, but 30 years ago, I auditioned for the Rockettes. And I had the opportunity to audition in Chicago with some friends. We were in a show together, so we're like, yeah, let's just go to this Rockette audition. And I remember doing like a big cattle call, right? Like 200 dancers, and we're all in this huge like theater stage area. And I remember this woman in like blonde hair and the red lipstick, and she just said to me, she had her big plastic smile, and she goes, keep smiling, just keep smiling. And I was like, all right, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. And I was having fun. I was just having fun. And sure enough, I get down to the final group. All right. So there's probably 6 in the group, 7, and I'm dead center, front dead center. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm here. I'm like, I can't believe it. And I'm like, I'm going to get this. I want to be a Rockette. I'm going to be, oh my gosh, I want this so bad. This will be so great, so great, so great. And then the music goes and I smile and I forget everything. I forgot the whole combination. I end up looking around. I kind of puddle through it. obviously, I did not get the gig. And that lesson at the time, I did not really learn until later in life. Of course, I was frustrated. I kind of threw up my hands and like, oh, it didn't work out. There'll be other ones, whatever. But the lesson that I'm learning as that memory popped up during this 90-day challenge that I gave myself was that you got to let go of the outcome and just enjoy the ride. That is what happens. Because if you hang on so tight to that outcome, you're fisting it so tight, it crumbles in your hands and you choke or you just bomb the audition like I did. If you just go, okay, that would be really, really cool. And you know what? If it happens, awesome. If not, I have a really great business right now and life right now. It's going to be okay. It's going to be awesome. So that was my life lesson 30 years ago that I'm still learning today. So the reason for this podcast, I started it off by the 12-week year, which is a book by Brian Moran and Michael Lennington. I read it a few years ago, like I said, and I did a podcast episode on it because I thought it was so great. It was so effective. It made sense for me. So I like to call it a 90-day challenge or a 90-day test, okay? As business owners, as studio owners, we have ideas. Many of us are like, okay, let's try it. Let's do it. Let's add this new program. Let's try this. Let's do this new marketing tactic. Let's do this new whatever it is. And a lot of times we try it once and we don't maybe have the success we thought we would have, or we have great success, like usually is my case. I'll have great success the first time, try it again and it bombs. And then I'm like, oh, that was a one-hit wonder. And what I need to do is keep trying. This is why I love a 90-day test. We're always tweaking, testing, and changing. So we can test things and really see how they work before fully committing. And 90 days gives us enough time to really track our progress and assess if this is really worth our time after 90 days. As studio owners, some of the things you can do, I'm sure you have ideas right now because you always do, but use a new social media strategy like me. Maybe you wanted to just let's go live every day. Or maybe you really need to tweak your client onboarding process, or exit surveys or referral programs. Or maybe you want to host an event or a collaboration or a new workshop. And you want to do one like monthly would be ambitious, but maybe you want to try it monthly and let's get this down. Let's get this really down. What we did in our studio, which was something that we did a few years ago, was a 6-week session, which we were kind of the only ones doing 6-week sessions. Many people were still doing 8, and then we brought it down to 6. And I had one parent kind of give me an offhand comment about my recital, and her student took all year. She didn't do a 6-week session, and she said 9 months of practice for a 2-minute routine that we only got to see once. And I was like, wow, ouch. Just kind of one of those. So I was like, why don't we do our 6-week sessions and have a little recital every 6 weeks? Okay, for those of you that have put on a recital, you know right now how maybe that's not the best idea. But that's what we did. And we committed to it. We had to commit to it for a year because we said we were going to do it. Well, by the third one, we knew this was not a good idea. Like, my team was really not happy with me. They were lovely people, but I lost one great team member, not because of it. There were other things in her life, but I'm sure it didn't help, right? However, that 6-week recital thing, I do want to say this. It got our systems tight. It got our systems really tight. So now that when we do our recital twice a year, they are so low-key, stress-free for the teachers and for the staff and our communication systems. So as much as the 6-week thing didn't work for us, we didn't lose knowledge from that because now our twice a year recital is just amazing. So it can go both ways, you guys. All right. This is why I love a 90-day challenge. It gives us enough time to do the work consistently. If you can give yourself some accountability, like I did with my audience going live, or a team member, or holding meetings, or whatever it is for you, your mastermind, your business coach, whatever it is, it helps. And that's why my Level Up program is what I am so excited about, is because Level Up is only a 90-day commitment. So for a one-time payment of $497, you get 90 days of access to me and your cohort of other business owners. So what Level Up is your accountability. And it helps you create that one thing that you are going to focus on and really dial it in for that 90 days. Create systems around it, create consistency around it, track your progress. So that way, after 90 days, you have a clear answer of like, yes, this is what needs to happen. And we're going to continue with this. Or you're going to say, nope, we're not going to continue with this. But now we have our systems really tight so that we're only going to do it once a year, or whatever it is for you, like I did with my recitals. And then with Level Up, you get access to me one-on-one, but you also get this group where you can come around the room, give a concern or a hot topic, you call them, of what's going on in your day-to-day studio life. And you all are experts. You all are in business, and you might have a different opinion or way of handling it than I would handle it. And that's what's beautiful about being in a mastermind, is that we help each other. All right. So you have a 90-minute mastermind once a month, plus you get one-on-one coaching with me with your Level Up program. And Level Up is only 3-month commitment. After that, then you are month to month with a fee of $147 a month. And that still gets you the group program as well as one-on-one coaching with me. So it's really meant to be a no-brainer for business owners to get that accountability, because that's really what we need, right? We need somebody to just say, hey, how's that live going that you wanted to do every day? I see you, or checking in with you. And I love doing that for my studio owners so that you are getting to your next level, because at every level, there's a new devil. So Q3 is right around the corner. Literally, guys, it's 2 weeks away. July. Can you believe it? July 2025 is 2 weeks away. And this is the perfect time to set the seed for, what do I want to do for Q3? What do I want to focus on? Is it more Google reviews? Is it onboarding team members? For me, I'm going to share mine. I want to be less in the studio. I want to be teaching less. I still teach in the studio. I love it. I enjoy it. I'm good at it. I'm burnt out. And I'm burnt out because I'm teaching too much. So I want to get myself where I'm teaching 5 hours a week or less. And I'll be the on-call sub. I don't mind that. I love coming into the studio and teaching and seeing the students. So that is my goal. So how am I going to do that? I am going to be super intentional about bringing up leaders in the program that can assist me, that are on the border of being teachers themselves, and hiring. So that is my focus for Q3. And I have to be intentional about that. I cannot teach a class by myself. I have to have somebody next to me, shadowing me, learning from me, so I can create more mini-me's, because that's what we need in my studio. So what is your goal for Q3? I want you to pick one and test it for 90 days. And I love the word test, because it's not like gripping. For me, test is like freeing. It just goes, okay, we're testing this. We're just testing this. It lowers the expectations a little bit, and it just goes, okay, we're testing this. And if you forget one day, like if you're doing a live and you're choosing to do it every day, you miss one, not a big deal. Let's get back on the horse. Let's do it again. Pro tip, James Clear, grab a habit that you already do every day. Like if you want to read more, maybe it's just, you know what? I want to finish 3 books in 3 months. How are you going to do that? Well, do you eat lunch every day? Why don't you read your book every day while you eat lunch? And pair it that way. And then track it. I love writing down, I finished this book this weekend. I finished this book. Yes, I track it because I love seeing that. Oh my gosh, I have read almost 27 books already this year. And I know this because I track it, because I'm a geek. But I love seeing it. It's that dopamine hit for me, like, oh my gosh, look at all the things you've done in this year. You've read 27 books, you've done this, you're working on this. Because in the day-to-day, sometimes it's really easy to think, gosh, I'm not doing anything, nothing's working. Oh my gosh, And when you can track it, it goes, all right, yes, you did. Yes, you did. You did this, and because you did this, this happened. So letting go of the outcome. I started my 90-day challenge to go live to get clarity on the podcast. That happened a little bit, but what happened more was a whole other opportunity that I couldn't have even imagined happening to me. That is so freaking exciting and life-changing, and I cannot wait to share it with you. Get yourself an accountability partner, and if you don't have one, I highly recommend Level Up. I would love to help you get to your next level, and then just let go of the outcome and grow and enjoy the journey. It was my absolute pleasure to be here with you today. If you enjoyed this podcast, please share it with your business bestie. And if you receive this from your business bestie, know that they love you and care for you and want the best for you. All right, everybody, have a great week. You are doing it. You have taken the leap. You've opened a storefront. You are the cornerstone, the gem, the place to be in your community for your industry. And people love you and they appreciate the work you do and bring into their community. Keep going and shine your light bright, as I say in my business. All right, everybody, take care. We'll see you same time, same place next week. I promise. Peace. Bye-bye.